Hi, you guys. My name is Bretta Rorie, aka Okaasan Tarot, and I want to thank Nadia Shaw for hosting me on her platform. I am eternally grateful for this opportunity, and I wanted to also thank her fabulous community and fans for your mutual support. I have been an intuitive tarot reader for 9 years and counting, and I have the astrological support of a Cancer rising and 4 planets in Scorpio, and including Venus, which is one of the huge highlights of the month of October. It is Libra season, but Venus is transiting in Scorpio and will be retrograde. Venus retrograde is going to give us an opportunity to look at the areas that are Venus ruled: romance, love, relationships, our self worth, and our value, our money, resources, time, and energy. And with Venus retrograde, we will get a lot of opportunities to reflect on how we have done things in the past. With the eclipse and retrograde season, the collective has done a lot of purging, where with this Scorpio energy, where Jupiter has already been transiting and will finish out its year transit in November, but it's still in its last leg, and now Venus has joined it, soon Mercury, and then the Sun. So it's like, how much more can we take? And Scorpio is an energy that may be uncomfortable for some people, where we look at the things that make us uncomfortable, the deep, dark secrets, things that we keep hidden, things that maybe we don't want to share, or things that we may not want to be known. But whatever is here in the Scorpio side, with the eclipse and retrograde season in the past, and now this Venus retrograde, we are getting that final look at this year's major lesson when it comes to those areas which are ruled in the sign of Venus. So, with tarot, I am not an astrologer, but I do use astrology to help with interpreting the cards. Also, I use numerology as Spirit speaks to me through number sequences, and I'll refer to those through the reading. I do readings for the collective, people in general, and I do private readings as well. And for today, we are going to look at the areas of focus for the collective, us in general, for the Venus retrograde season. For the sake of time, I've already prayed over it, shuffled, and laid our cards, and I've gone ahead and asked Spirit 3 specific questions. In our first row, the first question is going to be, what is the lesson that we need to learn as a collective, as a whole, during this Venus retrograde season? In the second row, it's going to be, what is blocking us from learning and attaining this lesson? And the third row is the word of advice, the words from your Okaasan and Spirit for getting through this Venus retrograde and being able to get through these blockages for wherever it resonates in your life and to learn the lesson. I have used 2 decks today. The larger cards are oracle decks, which are spirit messages, which give specific words of guidance to help you in the area of focus for the reading. And I've used the traditional tarot deck as well to support it. So we'll go ahead and get started with the reading. In our first row, the oracle message that we got when asking the question, what is the lesson that we need to learn during this Venus retrograde period, is chaos and conflict. Chaos and conflict in this deck is the number 33. 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 is a number for sacrifice and reciprocity. Chaos and conflict. The message here is a reminder that, of course, the Lord of Karma, Saturn, continues to do for us, that the only thing constant in our life is change. So it's time to get comfortable with being uncomfortable with chaos and conflict. We've already had a taste of it with the eclipse and retrograde season, and now with Venus in Scorpio going retrograde and Jupiter in the last leg of Scorpio, everything that we may have wanted to keep hidden will come to the surface. The things that may have been done in the dark or things that may have been kept in the dark will be coming into light. And the supporting tarot card for chaos and conflict is the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is an energy of Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn may play an important role, sun, moon, rising in your life when it comes to evaluating your self-worth, your boundaries within yourself, with other people, where you want to invest your time, energy, and money as well. Also, the Queen of Pentacles is a message from Spirit to address things in a practical manner, with Capricorn being a huge contender in the astrological field as well. It's time to get real. Scorpio is here to make us uncomfortable, to push us outside of our boundaries. But we don't want to be reckless with these boundaries. We still want to hold our composure, such as the Queen of Pentacles. Retrograde is when we do a lot of introspection, and I feel that is also a reason why Spirit has delivered the Queen of Pentacles versus the King. The Queen energy is the yin energy, the more receptive. This is a message from Spirit to stop, watch, be receptive, gather your information before you make a move. When it comes to your relationships, with whatever decisions that you think that you may need to make, I would definitely hold off on major decisions, large purchases, financial purchases, signing any contracts that may affect your resources, whether it be taking on a new job that has more money but can have more hours. There could be a double-edged sword with that may not be shown until after we are out of the Venus retrograde period here. So we'll go ahead and go to our second message. And that second question was, what are our blockages that are keeping us from learning this lesson? And our oracle message is new life. New life in this deck is the number 39. 3 plus 9 is 12. 1 plus 2 is 3. So 333 is what we have here so far in our oracle messages. 333 is a angel number that is very commonly seen, that is a message and reminder that you are always protected by your higher power and your spirit guides. It's also the number for cooperation and teamwork. I think that during this year we've done a lot of purging as a whole, and it's lonely at the top. I think that even during an uncomfortable period, we should still reach out to the people that are loyal to us. And our loyalties are things that are going to be tested in this Venus and Scorpio retrograde period. And that is when you have to use your free will to show, where what is a value, what is a value that you should keep and continue on forward and with your life, what is a value that you should admire from afar, and what is simply gold plated here. And that very well may be connected to a relationship with the supporting card of the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is a partnership, soulmate connections. Retrograde periods always bring back events and people that want to clear karmatic ties and get some type of closure. This could be a friendship or a friend that you've not heard from for a long time, especially if they have been on your mind, or if you've been getting synchronicity, such as listening to your favorite song that you all grew up with, or if you see, their birthday on the clock or on a license plate, or if you just have been getting this feeling, this gut feeling that, hey, I feel like I need to reach out to this person, or this person may want to reach out to me. Be very mindful and discerning when it comes to our relationships with people. One thing I like to tell people is that if someone from your past returns, you have to make a decision which of these soulmates are karmatic, where they're only for a season and there's a lesson to be learned, and which is a soulmate and should be a life partner and be carried forward. And if you have done a lot of work over this year within yourself, revitalizing and reinforcing your boundaries and your self-worth, getting your time and your resources in order, doing all of these practical things to make yourself on the inside feel good and your outside look well as well, and someone returns, see if their vibration mirrors yours. It's a possibility that they also have done work too, so you might not want to be too quick to shut them down. Again, wait until after the retrograde season is over. But also, this is a season of a test of boundaries. Maybe there's someone or something that came back that caused you lots of heartbreak and disappointment, and now you're getting an opportunity, or the same circumstances or environment is coming back around. You may be tested on how you resolve or attend to the chaos and conflict that comes into your life at this time. Remember always to keep in mind and keep your composure with the Queen of Pentacles mindset. And remember the law of manifestation, you are what you manifest. High and low vibration. So we'll go ahead to our third message, and our third message is the words from your Okaasan, the advice from Spirit that will help us get past this blockage to learn the lesson. And the Oracle card message we got is message in a bottle. In this deck, it's the number 15. 1 plus 5 is 6. Getting a lot of 3s and 6s here. And I think it's a reminder of, the duality. And again, 6, sacrifice, reciprocity. It's Libra season, having the balance of scales. If you have been putting a lot of time, energy into something and you're not getting your equal return, it's time to decide if you are going to part with it. Venus and Scorpio, if it's something that you've been contending with, it's going to come to the surface and it's going to be almost unbearable. So if you wanted to take that risk and go skydiving, this might be the season for you to actually take that leap of faith and do something differently. Or if it's reaching out to your childhood friend that maybe you've not spoken to over something very small, maybe you should have that courage and just shoot them, a message through social media with message in a bottle. And of course, we have the number 6 here again, sacrifice and reciprocity. There are some things that may need to be sacrificed, and that could be the case with the supporting tarot card of the 5 of Swords. The sword is our air energy, as well as message in a bottle. Again, this is Libra season. Also, another air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, may be important or play an important role or be an important influence over your life in the next 4 weeks or during this retrograde season. Or it is a reminder to also look at things not only practically but with the logical sense. You don't want to just be so focused on the material world or how much you do have, because quality over quantity here with Venus retrograde. And with the 5 of Swords, it's our mind, our mental activity, our perception here. You win some, you lose some, is what the 5 of Swords is saying here. And again, get comfortable with being uncomfortable is the message of Venus and retrograde transiting Scorpio here, especially with the other planets conjoining that sign. And during this month, you really should have faith in yourself that you can roll with the punches and accept that you are deserving of a new life, and that some people you should not go with you in your future, and it could be painful. And retrograde seasons, especially anything that's tied to our heart, whether it be our own self-worth and value, or a loved one relationship, or an attachment to something that may create income in our life, like a career. Maybe you've reached the ceiling and it's time for you to move on to another company, or there's just been changes in your life where you now maybe have a family and you need something that's more stable, and you just outgrown your current circumstances, however this resonates. But with message message in the bottle. There's going to be a lot of It's going to be lots of communication, because Jupiter is in Scorpio as well. So people are not going to be able to keep their feelings hidden. And if you are one that is afraid, I do want you to again remember that we have the number 3 here. You are protected by your spirit guides and your higher power, and you should always reach to them when it comes to times where you are feeling distraught. The number 1 thing to remember during this reading is your own self-worth and value. Set boundaries for yourself and protect your own energy. Also, you need to be open to receive blessings. Jupiter is in the last second Scorpio. I know I keep saying it, but its blessings are due onto you. Now, Saturn is direct. Blessings, karma is due onto you. But you have to be open to it. And sometimes it requires us to sever ties with the old to make room for the new. So to end this reading, I wanted to give a couple of tips to help you be more open and to survive or the Venus retrograde season. And one of those is our protection stones. Clearings such as selenite, you can get them in large sticks, tumbles, or smaller rods. Also fluorite, which will help block energetic manipulations, as far as any black stones such as black tourmaline, which will repel any negative energy. You also want to clear, smudging with white sage and following up with Palo Santo. White sage clears all energies, positive and negative, but Palo Santo will bring in the good. You need to do that constantly. Salt baths, invest in a salt lamp. It's also good for you as well. If you are interested, do root work in hoodoo, such as a candle uncrossing spell. And for this, you'll need a plain white unscented candle, uncrossing oil, which you can get at your local metaphysical store or online, hyssop herb, angelica root. There's other herbs that you can use in this, but those are 2 basic ones that I use, as well as very fine Himalayan salt to protect the herbs here. And what you do is you line your candle with your uncrossing oil. You pray to be surrounded and protected by the impenetrable white light of the divine and your higher power and support from your archangels, and whatever it is that you want to be cleared and protected from, you enchant it here in this candle, you light it, and you burn it completely. So thank you all again, Nadia Shaw, for hosting me on her platform and her fabulous community, for your mutual support. Again, I am Bretta Rorie, aka Okaasan's Tarot. Information for my tarot platform is in the description box, and if you're new or interested, come and check me out for my live tarot readings, words with your Okaasan, and all of that information and details for more, such as giveaways, will be on my website. Thank you all for reaching out to me and supporting me using the art of tarot, and I hope that resonates.